Shalom, Jake. Shalom. This is the National Copyright Disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair uses are use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips. The balance in favor of fair use. All right. You probably want to screenshot this. Just put this before your videos because you know how these devils get down. So we're going to go and get into this because remember that dream I had last week where I seen a chariot sending instructions to the land, the earth, under Babylon to stop helping Mystery Babylon. We're going to get into this. There's a lot of things happening. Okay? And hey, that may have been a message to you, Jakes, and you're going to see why I'm saying that. So get your mind ready for the things you're about to start seeing. So we're going to go and get into this. Barakatah Hawa, Barakatah Hawasha, Barakatah Hawa, Barakatah Hawasha, Barakatah Hawa, Barakatah Hawasha, Call Halal, Yahawah, Bashem, Yahawashah, Bashem, Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. I believe those are the prophets. Shalom and salutation to those that teach the likewise doctrine. Shalom to the Akim and the Aqua. Shalom to the scattered Israelites across the four corners of the planet. May the Most High and the Son be with you during these trying times. So yeah, let's go and get into this. Hey, people are seeing all types of things in the skies. It's just a compilation, right? Remember all the different orbs? Remember what was happening in New Jersey? They're seeing them in Mexico. They're seeing them all throughout South America. They're seeing them everywhere. And guess where the majority of them are being seen? They're being seen here in Mystery Babylon. You see that? So we're going to get some scriptures. We're going to deal with this because when I had that dream last week, man, hey, it was terrifying. And remember, I said that it woke me up. Okay? It woke me straight up. Couldn't even go back to sleep. Wisdom of Solomon 5 verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no counts of his labor. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. See, they don't expect us to go up in the clouds. They don't expect to see us to change in the gods. They think that a lot of people think this is fairy tales. They don't think that YAHAWASHI is returning. Okay, the same way you got a lot of people that tried to say we didn't flee out of Egypt. All right, Ron Dalton said that we didn't go across the Red Sea. He said that all happened somewhere else. You see, the Most High is starting to block people's minds where as though they can't see what's going on. Because see, hey, it ain't much time left in this truth. This thing is getting ready to shut down. So yeah, if you remember in that dream, I'm going to put it down in the link, that I said I woke up. All right. And it terrified me so bad because what it was, I heard a sound. I've never heard a sound like this before. All right. I can't tell you it. I can't even say it sound digital. I can't even explain what I heard. All I know, I heard it and I was instantly terrified. And I woke up. But as I was waking up, when I was lifting up, I seen a vision in my head. and or image. Okay? And I seen a blue orb. It looked like an egg though. Almost like an egg was hatching. You know, at the top of the egg when it start cracking open. But it reminded me of the egg. That's the best way I can describe it. Let's say if the top of this was opening up and it was blue, because saying an egg is kind of like a bad description, and it was sending a frequency into the earth, but it was sending a frequency specifically over Mystery Babylon. This frequency was covering Babylon. It was going into the earth under Babylon. And when I fully woke up, because remember, I got up, the first thing I did was seeing this image, but when I fully woke up, I thought about crop failures. Like whatever it was doing, the instructions it was sending, whatever it was doing is here to hurt or harm Babylon. Okay? Now, when you look into plant life, you know, they say plants actually understand certain sounds. They understand words. People sing to their plants, and their plants actually grow better. Okay? Now check this out. While plants don't understand words in the way humans do, they do communicate and respond to their environment, including sound and other stimuli. Studies have shown that plants can react to human voices and even to the tone of a person's voice, while some plants respond more positively to gentle, soothing tones. You see? So yeah, it say plants can emit ultrasonic sounds, which may be a way to communicate stress or other information. Now, it say plants can communicate through their roots using a network of fungi to share nutrients and information. You see? It say studies have shown that plants can respond to human voices, particularly when spoken gently or soothing. You see? Now the crazy thing is that this chariot told the land, because the earth is alive. Studies have shown that the earth is alive. The land that Babylon sits on, this chariot told it, stop helping these people. Okay? And it told the land, this chariot, you're going to hurt these people. I don't ask me. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm going somewhere with this. Okay? Let me show you what came out several days ago. Now, remember, I had this dream last week before these videos even came out. Now, remember, I told you, I'm a repost the dream, that when I looked on my phone, it was 444. And we know that deal with mercy. Let me show you what Dabu 7 put up a few days ago. I've been meaning to get around to it, but there's so much stuff going on, you can't even keep up with everything.
We have this mystery object that scientists are saying is sending unexpected pulses to Earth from out in space. And they're saying that they've never seen anything like it before. Saying that they can't rule out intelligent life in this instance. We've seen the reports in the past of different signals, so to speak, being picked up. And there's been a lot of speculation over those signals, where they come from, and then they shut down one of the big arrays that they were supposed to be using to detect any signals. I, for one, believe that other life forms are here, that the fallen are here, hidden out of sight, out of mind. This is where they get their tech.
All right, here we go. I got no intention of writing any ticket.
Yeah, forgive me for that, Jake. Yeah. Ain't no falling. Ain't no angels fall and rebel against the Most High. All right? That's a doctrine of men. All right? Let's let this finish playing.
out of sight, out of mind. This is where they get their tech and all this other stuff. Yes, there's life probably around every single star that you see out there. Why would there not be? And there's communication going back and forth all over the place. Information travels on waves of light. Okay, so this is very possible. It's just all the deception and the cover-ups and the lies and everything to do with space really just muddies the waters. But when you have independent people out there with their own setups that are not afraid to speak, that also changes the game. But there's also a point in time, I feel, where disclosure is being rolled out and that we're in it. This all started back around when the drone thing came out and Greer came out with all his stuff, and it's still coming out. It's a slow roll, soft disclosure happening in slow motion, all this information being dropped. And this could be hinting or tied into something with that as well, in terms of the release of information. So they're saying that this one is unique and it's coming from the Ursa Major or the Great Bear constellation, and that it repeated after 4 seconds, 4.4 seconds, it repeated the exact same thing.
Now, like I said, I'm going to put the video down from last week when I had that dream. That was like a week before this came out, or several days before these reports came out. All right. And like I said, I seen that chariot sending information under the land of Babylon, Mystery Babylon, and it was telling the land, don't help these devils no more. It's time for you to hurt these devils. That's what the impression I got. I didn't hear it. I was watching it because it was a frequency, and the frequency triggered me to see that that screen image. And that's when I got scared. I woke up and I couldn't go back to sleep. And on my phone it was 444. Now listen to what he just said.
That it did before, and again, and it's coming from the Ursa Major or the Great Bear constellation, and that it repeated after 4 seconds, 4.4 seconds, it repeated the exact same thing that it did before. And again, it was,
and like I said, when I woke up on my phone, it was 444. All right, and the day when I woke up to decide to do this video on my phone, it was 414. Let me show you. When I decided to wake up and do this on my phone, it was 414. All right. And yeah, I know I got my Ravens up there. And look, I didn't even know that his jersey is number 4. That's Lamar Jackson. But hey, don't crap on my Ravens. That's a different subject. Let's get back to the subject matter. Yeah, let's let this finish playing.
Targeting Earth, aimed at Earth, not just out randomly anywhere in space. It was targeting this little blue planet with the signal, for whatever it means. I do feel that more stuff is going to be dropped and disclosed in weeks to come. It seems like they're doing this like every other week at this point. A little bit of information getting dropped out of that whole campaign that Greer is pushing. And I don't trust none of that. I don't trust him. I don't trust any of it. I feel like massive deception is coming. And we've all been waiting for Project Bluebeam and the big show in the sky for a long time now. Either way it goes, this is a unique mystery signal coming in that they're talking about now. I wanted to share that with you. Join me on the live streams where I talk about this in greater detail. Going live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m.
Psalms 107 verse 32. Let them exalt him also in the congregation of the people, and praise him in the assembly of the elders. And hey, that's what we're doing. We're trying to get YAHAWASHI to pass over us, right? Have mercy on us, right? Psalms 107 verse 33. He turneth rivers into wilderness, and the water springs into dry ground. That frequency told Mystery Babylon, the land, hey, it's time to start dealing with these devils. Like you're going to see things out here. You're going to start seeing animals doing all type of weird stuff to these people. All right, which we've been seeing that, but you're going to see the animals, the plants, the whole creation is getting ready to turn against this man. Psalms 107 verse 34, a fruitful land and to barrenness for the wicked of them that dwell therein. Famine, they ain't gonna have no food, no nothing. I don't know if you guys heard. Been a lot of reports of these farmers. Over 500,000 farmers. And these are soybean farmers only. I ain't talking about the other millions of farmers. They're all losing their land. Okay? This is what's going on. It's like a Babylon that cannot be healed. Let me get it. Jeremiah 51 verse 9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. And like I said, what did I see? I seen like a blue elliptical chariot, and it was sending signals to the land under Babylon. Actually, just Babylon itself. The forsake Babylon. Start bringing it down. Now I'm gonna show you this clip from the Saints of Jersey. He was on Mr. BBB 333 page. I want you to hear what he said. We're gonna get some scriptures and leave it there, because these things are happening. And the Most High is bringing everything down quickly. Yeah, and he's also talking about these spheres. All right. Now, other people are seeing these reports. Check this out. They're actually seeing the images now.
Okay, but let's get into this video. Shalakia. Okay. And this is real interesting. It just came out here.
Mysterious and unknown. Things you simply can't make up. Scientists are baffled after discovering a perfect sphere emitting radio signals from deep space. Are you serious right now? Article over here.
Now you heard what he's saying. So the Lord is in contact with these devils, man. The Lord is not playing. Time is short. And this is to give hope to the elect. And the Lord said we should be looking up. Maybe we can get into that scripture, Luke 21. And then part of looking at these videos, because the cameras are pointed up, the Lord got all these channels, all these earth watches, so we can just look up through their channels. There's so many channels that's catching the ships and the big ships sitting next to the sun, these spheres, man. And now they're sending signals. Who do you think they signaling? They signaling them damn nuclear submarines. They sending.
Oh, the ones that they're seeing near the sun, they're like 20 times the size of Earth. All right. Let's let this finish playing.
Signals to those space stations. So the Lord is tapping in with the frequency of Babylon the Great. Let them know, get ready. Just like in the book of Daniel.
Like an alien world or a floating snow globe. And here's what they're talking about. This was discovered.
Boom. And that's exactly how it looked, except it looked more elliptical. And it looked like an egg, and that could have just been specifically sent to me for that, because when you go into what it is for you to have a dream of an egg, let me show you. This is what they saying. This is iBlog Gospel. It's a biblical meaning of eggs in a dream. It was a chariot, but it looked like a glowing blue egg, and it started to hatch from the top. See, dreams of egg hatching are always a sign that the dreamer is close to the full-fledged manifestation of their destiny and purpose on earth. Interesting. And up here it's saying the emergence of something new, like a phase of life or the manifestation of divine blessings. The eggshell can be seen as a protective bride, and the hatching chick is a symbol of YAHAWASHI's resurrection and new life. Interesting. Well, we know that this is like a woman giving birth. You see that? And what do it say about that? Right? The woman gave birth to the man child. You see? Actually, let me get it. Revelation 12 verse 5. And she brought forth a man child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron, and her child was caught up unto Yahweh and to his throne. Call her Lord YAHAWASHI. And we know who that is. That's YAHAWASHI. Hey, we know he on his way. We know he on his way. Alright. And remember, I couldn't even go back to sleep. It just hit me so hard. And like I said, I've never heard that sound before. I can't even duplicate that sound. I don't know what it was, what type of frequency it was. It just sent the image to my mind as I was waking up. Let's get back to the brother video. Yeah, but it looked like this. All right, let's let this finish playing.
Via a radio telescope out of Australia, this is not visible. It's a ghost sphere that's 157 light years across. Notice the stunning similarities to the famous ship we've all seen. Look at this thing. Isn't that bizarre? And remember, it's invisible to the naked eye. It's only visible with a radio telescope. So
now, why you think the Lord made it like that? Now, they gonna make it seem like this is like a whole nother galaxy. You don't know where this sphere is sitting at. And he said it's invisible to the naked eye. So we looking up at the sky. As you can see, you can look up at the sky now, right? And this sphere could be sitting right here over us, you know? But the Lord is only allowing them to pick it up through their technology. That's some scary stuff right there, man.
Discovered out of Australia. Once again, it's 157 light years across. Absolutely massive. And believe it or not, there's been more power outages in southeast France.
Yeah, now you're going to the power outages, but you can see
light years across.
These guys, these devils, they're catching things. They catching things, man. We don't know what's going on, you know, up inside this ship here, man. But the Lord is close. And this ain't the only one that they seeing out there. You know.
And they put up an image of the Death Star, but hey, that's just TV. This is real life. YAHAWASHI is he's sending a real Death Star. Alright? It's gonna be an instrument of salvation for us, but it's gonna be an instrument of death for them. Death and destruction. Alright? Let's let this finish playing.
Every now and then Esau will drop something like this, but these are their photos. These photos go right to the elite desk. And as you can see, I think they said this was what, Australia? So they got cameras all around the world, you know, observatories. They got a major one in Hawaii. Major. And in these observatories, the lights are so bright. They keep the lights on. And we know why they keep the lights on, because if you are ever in the area when it's light out, you can't really see space like that. You got to see space at night. So they keep it lit so you can't see what's heavy, because there's heavier areas on planet Earth that's being visited. And then where they got these cameras and where they place these telescopes, they place it where there's heavy visitation, man. I forget the name of this mountain down in South America. Somebody know the name of it. I think, is it in Peru? It might be Peru, but somebody can drop it.
And yeah, there are mountains there where they're seeing a lot of churches. Also, remember in Mexico, because Mexico is in North America. A lot of people think it's in South America, but no, it's actually in North America. They got the volcano called Popocatépetl, and they got cameras around it, and you see chariots going in and out of the earth all day, every day. They ain't hiding. They just handling their business. Okay, and hey, the Most High not hiding no more. He just he weren't really hiding like that anyway, but he's not. He don't have his face turned away from us who believe anymore. You know, and hey, he making things happen. All right, let's let this finish playing.
Down in the comment section, it might be Peru. I know it's a heavy area, so like it, you know, where there's a lot of UFOs and a lot of tourists. They go down there often to see the activity, man. So Esau knows about these areas where there's heavier activity than other areas, and that's where they place these telescopes, man. So you, as you can see, if you think ain't nothing going on in the orbit above your head, you crazy, man. And the Lord about to show out, and these things are close. He want to make you think, oh, these are light years away. These galaxies, we just saw it by mistake. These mean us don't know. These mean you a lot of harm. And when it's time to move, they're going to move, bringing to the conclusion of the Lord's return, man. The Lord said he's going to return. Matter of fact, let's get it. The Lord said he's going to return in a cloud. So what are we waiting for? What's the whole hype about? The whole Israelite hype about, only the elect is speaking about it, the return of our Lord to take down his kingdom, man. And he's coming back in a vehicle like that. What y'all going to do? You going to run. They tell you that all the military is going to run when these things pop up in this atmosphere here. This is Revelations 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with the clouds. Now, what's those clouds? Those some ships. And every eye shall see him. They're going to see him through the telescopes, through the television, through the phones. People going to be on the ground looking up. It's going to get dark, too. The Lord going to use this ship. These ships are 10, 15 times the size of planet Earth. So we talking about a serious day that's about to happen real soon. And they also, which pierced him, proving reincarnation, and all kindreds of the earth shall well because of him, even so our man. So the Lord is about to make these moves, man. So be prepared to start seeing more events, more serious things like this taking place. And these are their pictures, man. This is not Photoshop. And NASA, they don't say anything, but they got an archive of things laying up there, man, that they can only send over there to Britain, man, to them damn bankers. But let me get this here, because we know how this battle gonna go.
Oh, about the bankers. Even the Catholic Church, I did something on it. They've been hiding the images of these chariots, too. This is where you get all these weird doctrines about hell and naked baby angels. They're hiding this information. I did something on it. Yeah, the Vatican was in cahoots to hide these images. Remember they got that telescope in Arizona called the Lucifer? I think that's what it's called. I'm not going to look it up right there. Somebody want to look it up and put it on there. I think it's called Project Lucifer. Whereas though they're at the highest mountains in is it Arizona, New Mexico? And they're looking for stuff in space because things are happening. They know what's getting ready to come in. Okay? YAHAWASHI, he's incoming. Okay? And hey, I believe some of these chariots are already here just watching everything. They're just not visible to the naked eye, so they're sending us little tokens for us to see it. You see? So yeah, like I said, I actually dreamed this last week, and it instructed the lands to start turning against these devils. All right? So we're going to let him finish this out. We're going to get some scriptures and leave it there.
This is Second Esdras 13, verse 1. And it came to pass, after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, which is the dimensions, and it moved all the ways thereof. This is the Lord coming into our dimension. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong, which is YAHAWASHI, with the thousands of heaven, the angels that's with him. Was that Revelation 19 chapter? And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled, as you just read in Revelations 1 and 7. All the family shall well because of him. All things trembled that was seen unto him, because our Lord coming back for a fight. These ships about to get busy, man. And whosoever and wheresoever the voice went out of his mouth, they all burned that heard his voice. That was them lasers. Because them ships like heaven, what do they call it? Heavenly fire. The same fire that rained on Sodom and Gomorrah. This fire is beyond nuclear fire, man. The Lord used these lasers in ancient world. Was that I think there's Numbers, even the 10th or 11th chapter, when he was burning No, the Lord used these lasers. Okay? It says, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered a multitude of men, is the third world's war, out of number from the four winds of heaven, right, to subdue the man that came from the sea.
Now look, this is from AI. It say millions, not 10, 20, 85 farms. No, millions of farmers are facing financial hardships due to a freeze on federal funding, particularly impacting conservation and other programs. This freeze, initiated by Trump administration, has disrupted contracts, delayed payments, and led to uncertainty for farmers who rely on these funds. And you got to think, the average farm may employ 5 to 10 people. So, hey, there you go, millions of people out of work. Food is going to be rotting on the branches. You see, you're going to have a famine, and we're seeing it come in through this inflation and different stuff. All right? And all it is the Most High. He's visiting the earth which he made. So we're going to get some scriptures and leave it there, Jake. Revelation 19 verse 12. His eyes are like a blazing fire, and on his head are many crowns. He has a name written on him that no man knows but he himself. See, no one can match him. There's none like him. Okay? This is why he wears a name that only that title only he can have. All right? The King of Kings, Lord of Lords, right? He is dressed in a robe dipped in blood, and his name is the Word of Yahweh. We're going to get one more scripture, Jake, and we're going to leave it there. But yeah, this thing is happening. It's coming. He coming. Jeremiah 30 verse 23. This is the American Standard Version. Just listen how it read. Behold, the tempest of Yahweh, even his wrath, is gone forth, a sweeping tempest. It shall burst upon the head of the wicked. He coming, Jake. He coming. I see you again real soon. Call halal, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, Shalom. And I'll put that video to that dream that I had last week down in the comment section. And actually, let me show you the title of it right quick before I turn this off. It's right there where it says strange dream. Earth told stop helping modern day Egypt, which is Mystery Babylon. Wow, I did that 2 weeks ago. Wow. So yeah, that's it right there. Yeah, this one right here. Yep. So yeah, I'll put this down in the comment section. I'll see you again real soon. Call halal, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, Shalom.